Last year, women across Iceland left work at 2:38 in the afternoon and took to the streets. They were protesting against the gender pay gap. Women there earn on average nearly 30% less than men. So they took 30% off their day and left work early. But now that could all change, as Iceland has become the first place in the world to force companies to give out equal pay by law. The gender pay gap is a global problem. On average around the world, women are paid just over half as much as men. There are lots of reasons for this. Women often do jobs that are less well paid, such as teaching or caring for the elderly. They may work part-time or take time off to have children. But even when they're doing similar jobs, men still get paid more. This is true even in Iceland, which is ranked as the best place in the world for gender equality. Here, men doing similar jobs for the same hours take home almost 6% more money. So the government has brought in a set of guidelines called the Equal Pay Standard. This is how it works. Every job within a company is analysed. The bosses calculate how demanding and valuable each role is by looking at things like education, physical strain, mental stress, responsibility, and each job then has a score. If there are two people doing jobs with the same score but not the same pay, then the employer has got to fix this, usually by giving the lower paid one a pay rise. So does this raise women's pay to match men's? It's been piloted at Iceland's customs office. Auðr is a statistics analyst and Gudmundar is a legal advisor. Auðr was being paid less than Gudmundar. Then they did the review. It found that their different jobs were of equal value to the company. So Auðr got a pay rise to match Gudmundar.
In my case, a man would have noticed it sooner. Maybe he would have been more aware of his wages. I was just kind of happy it paid all my bills.
People were pleased. This is the way it should be done. We should be paid equally.
In all, 10% of staff at the customs office received a pay rise. Most of them were women, but 1% were men.
So we have generally a more happy workforce, knowing that their salary system is something they can trust, and in our recruitment process it's going to help us a lot as well, because now we are an employer that have a certification that we are paying equal wages for equal jobs.
From January, the government will force companies to implement the equal pay standard. If they reduce their gender pay gap, they can have this nice logo. But companies that don't will be fined. Not everyone's happy. Some Icelanders think by making it mandatory, it's going to create layers of bureaucracy. And while it won't end the gender pay gap entirely, more men still do better paid jobs. Auðr thinks the standard is a big step forward.
This is a really good tool to use, because then you have transparency and you have paperwork. They can't say, I'm just going to pay this man this much and I'm going to pay this woman a little bit less and expect them to do the same job.